Oh. Got it. Okay, so imagine this. You are a patient, you're very sick, and you are in the hospital. Your life is in the hands of the people that are caring for you. Now imagine that you also find out that your nurse that's taking care of you does not have a proper and formal education for her degree. How would that make you feel? It would be pretty scary. So as we live in a society where all of us rely on good health care when we get sick, a proper education for all nurses should be really important to everyone. As a nursing major, I'm only in my second year, but I can already see how important it is for everyone that pursues the career of nursing to have a really good education as a foundation for their skills. Improved education has enhanced the capabilities and the reputation of nurses. So today I'm going to be talking about how the evolution of education for nurses has improved over time to create nurses that are reliable for their patients, they provide good care, and they provide skilled care with good confidence in their abilities. So I'm going to start on my first point, which is that the improvement in nursing education over time has extremely advanced patient care. So gaining appropriate training and education is very necessary to provide patients with the basic care that they require. In a speech by Faye Rains, the president of the American Association of Colleges of Nursing, in 2010 at a forum on nursing education, she claims that the level and quality of education has a direct impact on the quality and level of care that nurses provide for their patients. This is really important because if you don't receive the proper education, then you can't provide good care for your patients. In an article done on a study by the NHS in 2020, it shows that with every 10% increase of nurses in the workforce that have their degrees, there's also a 10% decrease in the mortality rate. This shows that receiving a proper education has a direct correlation with the standard of care that nurses provide. And if you think about it, over time, the standard of care that nurses have provided has greatly increased as nursing education has improved. So just think of how much the mortality rate has decreased since the career of nursing has started. So as I said, nursing education is very important to improve patient care, but it's also extremely important in ensuring that nurses are confident in their skills. So changes in nursing education over time have equipped nurses with improved skills and confidence in the abilities in their field. Nurses need appropriate training and education to correctly perform the skills that are required of them to take care of their patients. In an article in 2020 about Florence Nightingale and her training school, it discusses how she has revolutionized healthcare by actually teaching nurses what they're supposed to do. So at the very start of nursing and before Florence Nightingale came along, it was a very learn-as-you-go career, and nurses would very often follow other nurses and just shadow them and learn as they were on the job, which just doesn't sound safe at all. I would not trust a nurse that had just learned by following someone else. So nurses really need appropriate education to be able to provide skills that they absolutely know how to do and that they can apply to every single patient no matter what's wrong with them. In a thesis by Joanna Green Ray in 2016 titled Being Confident in Practice, she did a study on new nurses and found that education actually sparks critical thinking and boosts confidence in the abilities of new nurses. So this is really important because as an educator, when you're training your nurses, if you show them how to perform a task and they do it for you and you affirm them in doing it well, then they feel very confident afterwards in their abilities to perform that on someone else. And when you are confident as a nurse, it also makes your patient very confident in you and what you're doing, and they feel a lot safer, which greatly improves patient relationships with your nurse, and that's really important in healthcare. So once again, improved education has greatly enhanced the capabilities and reputation of nurses. Education for nurses has really evolved from essentially nothing into an institution that continues to develop extremely professional individuals that take good care of their patients. It's really crucial for modern healthcare to provide a good standard of care for all patients, especially today. So as nurses continue to be properly trained in their field, nursing will remain a career of highly respected and capable professionals.